Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. This time we are looking at Deathmate trading cards. This is a trading card set based off of the Valiant and Image crossover book called Deathmate. I believe it was 8 parts that happened in the 90s. I've got 2 packs here. Each pack contains 8 cards out of a 110 card set with special insert cards randomly inserted. These came out around 1993 and were put out by Upper Deck. The odds of finding the special cards are players of Deathmate cards are 1 in 18, the transition cards 1 in 12, and the SP cards are 1 in 90. So originally these cost about $1.50 per pack. You can see this still has a sticker on it. And these were considered pretty high-end cards. So let's take a look and see how they've aged and held up over time and what you might get in the packs. Now, usually we do Trading Card Tuesdays, so look for more videos like this if you're into trading cards or just one little nostalgia trip. Ooh, this is really nice foil paper. Look at that. That's fancy. Oh, these have stuck together. Can you hear that? That's a sign of really bad gloss on here when they stick together like that. So first up we've got number 29. Wow, these are really stuck together too. I'm probably going to end up defacing or ruining these cards by trying to pull them apart, but this is what happens with really bad gloss. They're really pretty at the beginning, but then as they age, it goes really bad really fast. Yeah, these are ruined. So unfortunately, these 2 cards are going to be destroyed. And you can see the little triangle hologram here. That was a sign that these were the premium cards of the time. Unfortunately, these did not age well. So, let's see. That's what happens with the cheap gloss. If it's stored even a little out of temperature, and sometimes even if you do everything perfect, this will happen. And it destroys the cards. So that's really unfortunate. These packs, the quality of the packaging is great, but they cheaped out on the gloss, it looks like. So, real disappointment. But this was card number 25. And the back design looks cool at first, but it's really hard to read the text because the colors pop too much. So I would have gone with a slightly different background. And the other card I just destroyed was number 45. So unfortunately the image is pretty well shot. And we might have the same problem here with these 2. Sometimes you can kind of coax them free. This one got a little bit of a scratch there. And this one looks okay for the most part. A little bit of discoloration down at the bottom here. This is card number 75. And the other one is card number 43. You can see the discoloration there, where some of the colors popped off on the other card. And it's kind of that way on the back too, a little bit up here. We've got duplicate within the same pack That's pretty insulting. So, although we do now have a cleaner version of that card, I don't know how well that's going to show up, but you can see the colors here from the other card. Otherwise, it looks pretty much the same. This one is a little nicer, thankfully. It didn't stick to the other card as much. But you can still see on card number 103 here that it is slightly discolored. There's little white flecks around in there. I don't know how well that's going to show up, but you can see discoloration up here and around the entire row there. And you can even feel where the gloss kind of stuck together. So that's really disappointing. I'm really disappointed. I was hoping these cards would come out a little better because the art in this was actually pretty high end at the time. But, you know, you get what you can, I guess. And then we've got the Deathmate Atlas, issue 6, or I'm sorry, number 6. This is part of a 9-card insert. Or subset, I guess. It's numbered, I don't know if this is different, but it's numbered 6. It looks different on the back, so I think this is part of one of the subsets. So let's open our other pack and hope for a better result than this one. Nope, these are all stuck together too. So this is card number 39. There's a big fly in here. Then we've got number 103. Again, another duplicate here. And we've got card 108. And we have card number 96. Which again, you can see the little white flecking where the color has come off because the cards were stuck together. Sometimes you can help ease these along by flexing them a little bit. Unfortunately, that's an easy way to crease your cards. And you'll hear the cards pop apart sometimes when you do that. Unfortunately, that leads to a lot of problems on the pictures. That's how you get a lot of the discoloration. So as you can see, this one came apart. This is card number 15. But the card is slightly flexed now, and there's discoloration on Solar's mask up here. Then we've got card number 44. Same problem. You can see the discoloration on this pillar is real noticeable, and there's some up here as well, and on this other pillar. Alright, then we've got card number 85. And finally, card number 64. So the images still look really good if you can find some that aren't destroyed by sticking together. I have a feeling you're going to see this very common with this set. Unfortunately, The cards are really cool otherwise. The card stock is nice and thick. They do have the little hologram on there, which was a cool gimmick. But you have to look for some of these that have the hologram missing, because it's just a little light sticker that's kind of tacked on. And the gloss is really, really cheap, so if you buy these, you'll want to make sure you can see images of the cards before you purchase them to make sure that they're separated and not stuck together. I have a bad feeling that a lot of them that are still in the packs are going to be like this, and you're going to end up with a lot of really trashed cards that are stuck together. Unless they were individually sleeved, I think that's probably going to be more common than either any of us would like to admit. But these are the 1993 Upper Deck cards. I'm really disappointed with them. I wouldn't recommend them unless you could get them really, really cheap. They are pretty cool looking, but I would just go buy the Deathmate comic books instead and enjoy them that way. Enjoy the art through that instead, because these cards do not look like they've held up well over the last 25 years. But that's just my take on it. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future reviews. We usually do Trading Card Tuesdays, so you can look forward to more trading cards. If you want to help support the channel in other ways other than just watching, links are in the description and on the About page. And of course, we hope to see you on the next one.